Ooh.
Hello and welcome to Talk-ohhh-Challenge. My name is Sarah, I'm the artist behind Pinselgeschichten, and I'm going to let you into my brain today, telling you all the thoughts that I have as quick as I can speak, because my thoughts are crazy when it comes to painting, but I will let you in the process of composing a painting. Now, this vlog is about everything that happens before I actually put the painting onto a surface, like really going for colors and all of that. This is all about the planning phase. Now, to get started, I use a word generator that gives me a word. Otherwise, I would have thoughts about the painting and have planned it already way before the video, so that's not fair to you, right? So lean back, sit tight, and enjoy coffee, tea, whatever is the beverage of your choice. And let's get started with the word. And the word is, word generator, do your magic. Oh gosh, how am I going to pronounce that? Dryadella? Okay. The definition is a genus of plants comprising tropical American species, usually placed in the genus Masdevallia. Oh God, I can't speak Latin. They are very dwarf plants having short, tufted, and usually unifoliated stems that usually solitary flowers. Okay, so we're gardening today. Ooh, now in the last Talk O'Clock I promised I would use pastels on this one, but I'm not sure how to go so tiny. Because it says it's dwarf plants. Dwarf means very small. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna manage to do that. Or maybe I push that to the next challenge. Let me think. Well, I got some nice paper that I could paint some small plants on, where I can blow the painting up. Let's go for the pastels. Medium is set, pastel chalks. So a plant comprising tropical American species. So that would be South America to me. I don't know, North Brazil, maybe, located on that part of the world. And usually spaced in the genus Masdevallia. I don't have a clue what that is. They are very dwarf plants, having short, tufted, and usually unifoliated stems. So it means framing the work. Short, tufted. What the heck is tufted? Maybe like a bunch of them together. So I don't know. Whatever tufted means. Usually unifoliated stems. I definitely have to look that plant up once I painted it. Unifoliated means one layer only, so like stem and it's done. With usually solitary flowers. So there's just one flower on top, not a bunch of those. Okay, I guess it could be a variation of a plant that I have on my balcony, actually. And what I do have is, it's like a pillow of grass, very short grass. It's a summer flower for Europe, but we could I could make an South American version of that. And then it has some of those stems looking out and then having a tiny flower on top. And they're maybe that high when they grow, so that's like 15 to 20 centimeters long at the most. So maybe I go with something like that and give it a South American touch. Now the question would be, what kind of touch would that be? Well, when it comes to like tropical plants, I always think of more thick leaves of something that do have a lot of water in them, because well, there's a lot of rain or a lot of humidity in tropical regions, and they're not like in Europe you have these small long grass stems a lot, and when it comes to tropical regions it might not be the spiky kind of grass, but more like thicker leaves actually, that hold a lot of water and are very attractive to any kind of, I don't know, insects or birds, because when you go into a tropical forest there's not a lot of light on the lower area because the foliage is so thick of the trees. So I'd say I'd go with very bright colors for the flowers, because you gotta attract birds and insects to have them, yeah, like pollinate. Is that a wow? When you miss an English word, but I do have my dictionary open, so let me go. German lesson of the day. I should be able to type. It means pollen in German and it is pollen in English. Oh, that's the same thing. Okay, so to make sure that the pollen goes to other plants and the species will prevail, you gotta attract birds and insects. So I'd go for very, very bright, very attractive colors, probably magenta, pink, that kind of thing, or a bright yellow maybe, and have actually that pillow. I really like the idea of taking a European plant and well, just giving it a tropical touch. So maybe have way shorter leaves here, more like in that regard a thicker leaf, not the grassy kind of feel that we do have in Europe. And then just have the stems not be as tall, but maybe like this. And have the flowers come out. Now the paper that I would use with pastels is brown. So what I would use different kinds of green, maybe a bit lighter than you're used to in tropical areas. Usually they are very dark green, very juicy, you know, they look juicy, but I think I'd go with a bit more of a apple green or a lime green, especially on top, just to work against the brown background, because I don't want to color the whole background. That's nonsense, because I really like working on that paper. It's pretty much like the unprimed canvases where you use the color of the background or of the surface as part of your background, and I would want to do that with, excuse me, with the pastels here. So I think I just get my chalks out and also the surface, and then I'm just gonna paint that. I'm not sure yet if I want to go landscape or portrait, but I think landscape is better. It would probably fill the surface more, but still give me the short stemmed I'm not, well, I'm not seduced to maybe draw the stems too long just to fill the height of a portrait painting. Or I could add some other object in there, but I don't want to go with birds or butterflies or something, because it's all about the flower. Maybe I just add some, I don't know, water drops or a light blue background around the flower. Like, give me a blue. This is a dark blue now, but you get the idea. But like around here, just having a tiny bit, a hint of blue, and then having the upper part being the brown. Maybe lighten it a tiny bit with a cream or an eggshell around the blue area. And then really have the flower stand out. I guess that's that. I guess that's what I want to go for. So I'm just, this was, again, topic-wise, quite a simple thing. I really like painting flowers. So, yeah, that's simple, but I'm not sure how well it will work with the pastels, since you can only add so much detail. So what are the shapes of the flowers, of the actual flowers that I want to go for? I think I really like this one here. Or this is just by accident here. Maybe have them more like a flat one and then have one pollen thingy stand out, like a lily. The miniature lily. I really have to look up the thing. I really have to look it up. I just wrote down the word to remember. I gotta look up the flower once I actually paint it. So I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna set up, and I'm going to paint the Dryadella, or my take of it. You can watch along, and then I'm gonna come back and review. First of all, with the internet, looking how close I'm to the actual flower, and just talking a bit about the process of the painting itself. So stay tuned, see you in a minute. Ta-da! Here it is. That's the painting. It's a bit more different than I thought it would be. So I started out with the planned one, like this section here. But once I had it down, I thought this section here was just too big, too empty. So I added the sky like I thought in the planned painting, but still it just looked flat somehow. Those flowers looked lost. So I decided to add some green swirls in the background that could be those plants that grow downwards from trees in tropical areas of in the world. And well, then I thought first I planned to go with dry pastels, but it just didn't mix as well as I wanted it to, so I added water, which makes it always very easy and very simple to blend pastel chalks. You will have the chalky feeling once everything is dried, but yeah, you get the brush strokes instead of just having your fingers using as a blending tool. And yeah, then I thought, well, butterflies can't hurt, so I stamped a few, and I used chalk inks here, so it has the same feel as it does with the pastel chalks that are painted. And well, you can't, or I can't have an illustration or a scenery, just a quick feel sketchy kind of painting without using permanent markers, and I used my black and white ones again. Now, I'm not sure what I think of the painting yet. I do like the flower parts here. I do like the whole feel of the painting, but I'm not sure if the butterflies do not look too flat or are just too much, too few, that kind of thing. I think I'm missing a bit of depth, but yeah, I don't know yet. It's way more than what I originally planned, but the main focal point, that section, is pretty much exactly as it was in the planning phase. So sometimes I just, well, add everything around during the painting, not during the planning phase. So yeah. I'm not sure of it yet. I'm not sure if I like the painting yet, but I will let it sit for a bit, maybe a week or two, and then I will come back to it, look at it with fresh eyes, and maybe, but just maybe, add some more dark parts down here to create depth, or do something more shadowy, kind of adding green colors maybe on the left-hand side of those swirls there. Not sure. But yeah, that was my challenge. It's not always that I'm super happy when I finish a painting once I planned it. Usually I gotta come back to it a day or two later, and then I see it for what it is. Sometimes I like it right away, and sometimes I hate it right away, but most times it's this kind of feeling where I'm not sure. But I learned over the years painting different kinds of things that I gotta let the painting be and let it sit and breathe and not paint until I'm happy. Sometimes I gotta have a bit of a break in between and come back to it, or maybe not, just see it for what it is and be able to see it, just a step back and, well, disconnect from the painting before coming back to it and be the viewer and not the creator of the thing. So I hope you enjoyed watching along. Maybe you, well, want to go with your own kind of thing for the word, which reminds me, where's my iPad? Just a sec. I gotta look what the flowers look like in real life. I promised that to myself. I'm gonna indulge myself now, looking at the painting before I lose my battery. Dryadella. Let's see. It's probably nothing like... Oh yeah, it's nothing like... Okay. Well, I'm fairly close with the shape of the flower, but it's way more like a lily or an orchid. Yeah. Anyways, that's the painting. That's my take on it, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, maybe go with your own version of the flower, maybe try that. If you have any questions or any comments, let me know in the comment section below. I would really like that. And if you maybe want to throw a word at me that I'd use to paint something instead of using the word generator, I would be very happy to do that as well. And if you feel like it, why not like, share this video? It helps a lot, and if you haven't already, why not subscribe to the channel? I got lots and lots of videos for you every day of the week, and I will see you tomorrow with a new painting, and next week with a new Talk-ohhh-Challenge. Take good care, have a beautiful day, enjoy, go create, and yeah, have a good one. Bye!